But I'm doing that in half an hour. Here, they never just really just stop and pass the time. They're so special. They're doing that later, with him, or with them. But they're doing nothing. Nothing. They're never just stopping and pondering infinity. No, I'll dial up and listen to a little bit of Alan Watts when I'm going to bed. That'll satisfy that side of my plenished soul. Fucking bullshit. You've got to be nobody, nowhere. I mean, the funny thing is, well, yeah, I made a recording about this, didn't I? That this is actually the most nowhere place I've actually ever, in Britain, resided. Because what does nowhere mean? Nowhere means there's no conceivable way you're going to find an ongoing affinity with anybody. That's rather good, that. That's what nowhere actually means. Who's... Oh, you see, you've got this dreadful... You know, I mean, bless her. What was she called? What is she called? Imone. When I met Imone just over a year ago, 40 years old, no education, the slapper of Penzance, but magnificent woman. How many kids did she have? Anyway, she was a illegal teen pregnancy, but she'd so, because of the love of learning, even though she was destroyed, they destroyed her 6 months ago, clearly. But, yep, even her. You see, Dominic Cummings was doing it. What do they call them? NPCs? Is it non-player? Or, ugh. Was it Dominic Cummings, or was this Alistair Campbell and Rory? I think it was Dominic Cummings, the non-players. That just confuses things, because in reality, being a player, I mean, I'm the ultimate player. I mean, even talking with a woman there for 20 minutes, walking up the very steep hill to here, straight away I get into the reality of our existence. And she got it because she'd spent a month in Moldova. But it's like, stop fucking bullshitting me. Don't give me bullshit. And her and I, at the end of the conversation, she actually said the most wonderful line. I didn't know this. You see, these are the real things from serious conversation. She has a half-breed daughter. And I always call mine a half-breed. That's what she is. It's like, or mongrel, okay? So this woman has a half-breed daughter. I assume she's English and Jamaican. And I just like, yeah, we wouldn't have had this fucking nonsense in Gaza if there'd been a hell of a lot more crossbreeding. And she told me something really interesting, that the numerically largest tribe in the world, even though all human tribes are irrelevant, I've got just as likely to have my DNA the same as an Aborigine, as Rupert down the road there. But yeah, she was saying that the half-breeds, the mongrels, are actually the biggest people of the world. Exactly. So I get into the proper serious stuff straight away, and I can do it. She smiled, and I know her smile was real. But they're all busily going off to the next thing. So you are actually nowhere, because only finding a few who are on the same page, as my friend the Mong has been for 3 years, even though she's, oh God, I hope she's going to keep this one or not die. What is she, 27 weeks now? I've been telling her. Affinity means, Yasmin, we've had this for 2 years now. Yasmin, whatever it takes, I'll volunteer or get dogging. If his little wiggly ones don't work, she lives with a 58-year-old Italian man who's already had some children. If his wigglies aren't working, you just fucking get dogging, love. And she knows, you see. There's a real woman. There's somebody. It's like, stop your sensitivity. Yes. And she's what? She's on her third pregnancy? Or is it... No, I think it's third. 27 weeks. Yeah, but I can have a proper conversation with her. Well, she probably said it before me. Jesus Christ, if only the world had been bloody well outbreeding, then we wouldn't have a hell of a lot of the nonsense. I mean, there would be no need for Farage and his awful crew even to exist. Even though, you see, there's your ultimate rhetoric line. Nigel, get modern. The biggest tribe in the world is the mongrels, the half-bred. Can't we be modern and join in a bit more? No. Anyway, but I completely agree. I mean, my friend Yasmin agreed. In fact, her father, the reason when we first encountered each other 3.5 years ago, she told me straight away. Her father, who's a Pakistani man who came to London in the 70s, sexy, looked like Imran Khan, could have any woman he wanted, blah, 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 and took up with a German. But he goes around London in his car, opening the window. If he sees people wearing their hijabs and all of this, winds the window down, and this isn't me saying this, shouting out. And his daughter proudly told me of this, If you want to wear your fucking pyjamas in the day, bugger off back to India or wherever, Islam's a problem. And yeah, you can't even say that, can you? Oh, I'd forgotten. You're not allowed to say that. Even what's-his-face. Right, the end. Find me if you can.